Maybe do you have a theory about why the government, the education ministry, would not encourage thinking in our public school system?
Social control.
Would you like to elaborate what you mean by social control?
I think let's look at schools from the start. Okay, right. Again, this is not my theory. I think a lot of books written on it. Schools we know today are a replication of factories, because our schools we know today are the result of the industrialization to feed people to work in the factories, right? So you need to have people with certain skills, not thinking skills, because if you think too hard in the factory, you cause trouble in the production line. Yeah, you know, you won't get your Coca-Cola. You get a Coca-Cola with something else inside. It'll be very scary, isn't it? Right? So the school system is designed in such a way that it has a top-down control. Yes, you can think, but only the things I tell you to think about, nothing else. Okay, number one. Number two, because of this control here, what we are getting now is that curriculum, the way it's developed, the way management of schools is all done centrally from ministry, or whoever is in control of the ministry, down, and whoever controls in between to tell them what to do. Okay, so that's the problem. But that's the system. To really break away of this, we need to get out of the system. That's what we are trying to do, or we as in our homeschooling group. We have decided and say, no, I'm not going to be part of this system. I'm going to break out. Now, this means a few things. Number one, this means that there are other options available in terms of education. And when we talk about education, we are talking in terms of learning, not teaching. Okay, I like the word, being resonate again, like that is now. Learning. We need to teach people, if you like to teach, or facilitate children or students to learn. We are not allowing them to learn, we are feeding them. And the way we feed them, we call it teach, which is wrong. And it's in this environment where a factory-like school environment is today, it's very difficult to have that organic, I can't remember the word that you use about discourse or communication, because you can't have that two-way, because it's going to be one way. And out of 100, 200, maybe one will come the other way, right? And those who rebel, who think they want to challenge it, rebel, the rebels will be in the E class, F class. That's if they're lucky, right? If they're not lucky, they'll be in jail. That's why there are studies to show that the last class students, the IQ is never higher because they're very smart. They always challenge. Right? Now I know why I ended up in the F class last time.
Well done, congratulations.
Yeah, my report card was all red. Okay. But I think this is something to think about. So what does that mean to our education system? What we need to do, back to your first question, is that we need to rethink how to manage it. I think we need to break away from this industrialization, definition and operations of schools to a more post-industrialization, more information-driven. Because obviously, in many, many cases, students have more information than the teachers, right? And that power balance where knowledge, a person has more knowledge, is more powerful than you, is now changed. Okay, we talk about, I think the ministry has talked a lot about facilitators. Teachers need to be facilitators, but to me, they are just words. You go into the classroom, January to December or November, this is what you need to complete. And you must complete it by hook or by crook. Come back on a Saturday, Sunday even. If you can't understand, pay me tuition. I will come and, okay, give you extra.
Give you extra hours.
Yeah, then I'll tell you, I won't tell you everything until you pay me money. And this is all results of this very, very tightly controlled, industrialized approach to schooling. So we need to break away. If there's back to your first question, if there's something that needs to be done to really reform, to start to reform education, is to democratize the process. Okay? If we are homeschoolers, okay, who feel that this is an approach, talk to us, listen to us, let us engage with you.
About this thinking, this criticality and this thinking, it spirals, it's not spiraling down, the lack of thinking, it's spiraling up. Because if you look at the 10th Malaysia Plan, and the few bullet points on education. I'm just going to read two. The proportion of graduate teachers in primary schools will be increased from 28 to 60% to improve the quality of students. That's the thinking. You increase the proportion of graduate teachers. But what is the state of the universities and graduate teachers? And then the performance of students in critical subjects, particularly the national language, English, science, and maths. Here again we have the big art-science divide, will also be improved by increasing the number of graduate teachers. And it just goes on like that. So you read these documents and you go, the thinking is, and the UPSR PMR thing, the debate, it's just been going on like makes me vomit. Okay, so one of the articles that came out, the director of education was saying, okay, we have to think about this. And if we do away with these examinations, then we have to have assessment. And then he went on to discuss either examination, UPSR, PMR, or assessment. But it's like, no, excuse me, assessment is up here. Then part of assessment is examination, assignments, attendance, are you falling asleep in class? Examination is an assessment, one form of assessment. So it's not either examination or assessment. So it's like, the thinking is just so, thank you, stupid.
Salah lah.
It's way out there. It's kalau, as we say.